Hi, I'm an educated bird brain. I make stuff up and expect you to take me seriously because I say down with the patriarchy. Don't you want to be a feminist like me?
How about no?
Hi, I'm an educated bird brain. I make stuff up and expect you to take me seriously because I say down with the patriarchy. Don't you want to be a feminist like me?
How about no?
I'm a divester. I only date Brad. I don't date Jermaine.
Okay, go be happy.
Okay, go be happy!
I'm out of here. She's crazy.
But I'm an independent. I don't need no man.
I got a black man on my arm. Where's yours?
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
Bitch, you on YouTube too!
What is going on, everybody? AB Media 83 here, and welcome to the Colosseum. Tonight's topic, the Black Manosphere is here for a reason. Let me say that again. The Black Manosphere is here for a reason. We as black men have to do something different. And the definition of insanity is doing the same bullshit over and over and over and over again, and then pretending that the black woman is God when she's not. Oh, let me say that again for the niggas didn't hear me in the back. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and 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 over again, and then pretending the black woman is God and expecting a different result. Times are changing. This economy is clearly changing. And we have to roll the punches. We have to move with the time. But before we get into all the details, for those of you who don't know, the NBA Finals is on, and we're going to go over and take a look at Snowman. But before I do that, I will drop the link. And what's going on? We got Art of Itmore in the building. What's going on, Art? Give me 1 second here. Copy. Y'all can join the panel, but Snowman is calling I believe it's game 5 of the NBA Finals. But y'all can come up right now. And don't worry, we got some other stuff to get into too that we're going to cover too tonight. But y'all can come up now. But for now, we're going to watch Snowman cover this game. Let's see. Knicks.
Stefan Castle is 0 for 7 from the field tonight. 2:25 left in the third quarter.
Hope y'all can hear that.
Castle gets ready. Offers the second free throw. Good. 70-55. The Spurs by 15. That was the lead they took into the fourth quarter. on Wednesday. Jalen Brunson, front court to the left. Brunson, over the top pass to Josh Hart, right wing, back to Brunson out front. Brunson holds and looks, finds Josh Hart on the drive, in from the right, hands it to up 40. Back to Josh Hart on the left wing, 5 to shoot. Josh Hart takes a 3, good from the left of the key. That's a big 3-point goal, and the lead is down to a dozen by a count of 70-58. 9 points for Josh Hart. A minute 54 left in the third. Over the top pass to Fox, right, left side.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be doing a screen crying about the Manosphere? Last I checked. Go worry about your shit, man.
Down to Huck Porty, back outside to Bridges, out front Clarkson. Clarkson on the.
Was you talking about me, AB?
No, MOT. Look at that.
Okay, yeah, he's a sucker, duck.
Converged in a hurry on Jordan Clarkson. And actually, it was Dylan Harper who got that blocked shot, and not Wembanyama. 70-58, Spurs by 12, with a minute 31 remaining in the third quarter.
Well, frankly, right now we're listening to the game being called, but anyway.
Baseline left. Jalen Brunson looks to pull the trigger. In play to McBride. Now Huck Porty gives it back to Brunson. A 3-ball from the left. Nope, but a foul called, and Brunson will shoot 3 with 1:26 remaining in the third. If the Knicks come back and get this one, you just have to believe it's their year, because they weren't supposed to win on Wednesday night, and they wiped out a 29-point deficit to win.
I said that's how the bullshit starts.
We're not talking politics right now. We're not talking politics right now, man. What do you want? We're watching the game. Anyway, that was Man of Tomorrow, but anyway. Let me cut this back on.
Washington beats Seattle in Major League Baseball today, 8-3. It was Pittsburgh over Miami, 3-2. You see the ticker at the bottom of your screen. Cincinnati over Arizona, 2-1. Cleveland beat Detroit 3-1. So Cleveland retakes first place in the Central. Second free throw is good. Brunson has one more with 1:26 left in the third, and a chance to bring the Knicks back to within single digits. Remember, they trailed by 15 in Game 4 at the Garden. Spurs trying to stave off elimination. Anunoby has 4 fouls for the Knicks. The third free throw. Got them all. Jalen Brunson hits 3 humongous free throws. 1:25 left in the third. Spurs 70, Knicks 61. Fox in the front court. Fox gets by Brunson on the drive. Lean in floater. Good. De'Aaron Fox, trying to make up for his mistake-filled fourth quarter in Game 4, has 7 points tonight, 3 of 10 from the field, 72-61 Spurs. Here's Brunson with a bounce pass to McBride, a right corner 3, no good. Rebound, Dylan Harper. Harper has been the difference tonight for San Antonio. Dylan Harper has it on the drive to the left corner for Fox. Back to Harper for 3, short. Rebound tip comes down to Mitchell Robinson. Bounce pass to Jalen Brunson. 45 seconds left in the third. Spurs 4 of 9 from three-point land this quarter. Here's Clarkson with a push shot in the lane. Good, and that's their first bench points tonight. Jordan Clarkson gets their first set of bench points. The Spurs have 25 off the bench. 19 on the shot clock, 33 on the big one. Dylan Harper accelerates off to the left. Feeds it right corner. A De'Aaron Fox 3. Nope. Rebound, Mitchell Robinson, and the Knicks should get the final shot of the quarter as they trail by only 9. Remember, they trail by as many as 13. Jalen Brunson backs up to the left, out near the timeline, 12 on the shot clock, 13 on the big one. About a second and a half difference. Here comes Jalen Brunson on the attack, right down the lane, fakes, fadeaway shot in the lane, tipped out, tipped in by Mitchell Robinson. The lead is down to 7. 3 seconds now, 2, and Wemby from half court. Missed it, and the Knicks are right there within striking distance. Holy cow. The Knicks were down by 13 in the third quarter. And now they have cut it to set. They have cut it to 7. 72-65. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia.
It's been a hell of a series. Been a hell of a series. The Knicks are up 3-1. Who would have thought? They came back from 29 down on I believe it was Wednesday, and they've been hanging in there, man. We're just gonna have to see. I don't know if they're gonna win this game, but we'll see. If they win this game, somebody might be going to New York to look at the aftermath, but that'll be for later. That'll be for later.
I know Wembanyama better get his ass on that block and go to work in this fourth quarter. And he better not be 12 feet outside that block. What you got, AB? Come on.
I don't have a dog in this fight. You know my Pacers are out, so
no,
not really.
I wasn't talking about that hunt. We're not worried about that hunt. We're worried about the diagnostics.
Oh, we're gonna have to let it fall apart. Let leave them in their shit.
I'm so with you on that one, brother.
I've been saying it for years now. Leave it to themselves. You have to leave them. You're gonna have to leave these chicks to themselves. You can't help them
to their own devices. Yeah, I'm with
you. They don't want to do right, so there comes a point you just have to walk away. Case in point, MOT wanted to come up here and talk like Paul. Like, no, man, we're covering the game. Go away.
He wanted to talk about what politics?
Yeah, he want to come here and talk shit about Indiana. I don't have time for that shit right now. Go away.
Well, look, you heard the latest. They actually want to know why good single Christian men aren't approaching them in church. Like, what righteous single man would want to approach you in church and holler? So just give you another reason to shoot them down because all you want is attention? Bitch, please. Yeah. Ain't nobody studying that. And if a good single Christian man is coming to church, he ain't coming to church for your ass. He coming to church to hear the word. If the word is gonna be preached right, well, you know what? We got a whole lot.
I'm so glad. We're gonna get back to Snowman in a minute. I'm so glad you said that. See, that's for and I'm so glad you said that. See, a lot of us men who actually go to church to worship, we go to church to worship. We don't go to church to look for ass.
Thank you. I mean, like it was an unspoken rule. That's Monday through Saturday. Sunday is off limits. That's his day. But I mean, yes. look what they trying to perpetuate. Why y'all not hollering at us at church? Helpful? Please. Ain't nobody thinking about a skirt at church on Sunday. It's the Lord's day.
Yeah. See, and don't get it twisted. I have nothing to hide, Al. I like looking at the short skirt as much as the next man.
I mean, who don't?
But as far as church goes, I was raised by the old school. You go to church to worship, to hear the message.
Now, let's be honest, AB. You right. You go to church to worship. Now, your eyes may wander and linger a bit, but not too far. You're not gonna stray because guess what? You got to stay focused on the word. It's about the word, And back then, my grandmother didn't play that. She seen me wander any kind of way. Even before the girls came into my situation, and even after she quick to pinch you on your wrist, your arm, or something. Man, and them nails was like knives. I didn't want that smoke.
Yeah, let's get back to the game, though.
Looks and now moves his way to the right. Castle stops right of the lane, feeds it left corner, a KJ3 splash! The sixth man of the year extends the lead to 10. 75-65, a minute gone in the fourth quarter. Keldon Johnson has 7. Right back comes Alvarado out to Okay, folks, we're in business. Apologies for setting the stream up and then not being able to do the first half. Oh, right hand dunk.
There we go.
Victor Wembanyama extends the lead to 9. 77-68 and 10 and a half minutes remaining. 18 points for Wembanyama.
Well, your Spurs are ahead, AM.
And I lost the feed momentarily again. Stay with me, folks. 77-68. That's our score. Now it's 77-71. You see the scoreboard on the screen has the Spurs up 9, 80-71, and I want to call the rest of this game and bring it to you. But I have temporarily lost my feed, so stay with me. There we go. All right, we got it back. 80-71 as the Spurs get another 3. 9:05 for the ball game. Knicks right to left in the blue tops, blue bottoms.
Got to keep smashing gas, KB.
On the drive in the lane, shots blocked by Wembanyama. Cleared by the Spurs. Vassell to Wemby. Underneath Castle. He goes up. Blocked, but a foul called, and Wemby shoots 2. Or Castle shoots 2. I beg your pardon. That foul is charged to Josh Hart. Devin Vassell connected on another 3 while we were away, while we didn't have our feed. Stephon Castle has been living at the free throw line during this World Championship Series. And now I believe we're going to have a challenge.
Oh, this should be interesting.
We are. So the Knicks will spend the timeout and challenge the call. I believe they'll challenge the call. And they do. They do challenge the call. So the last play, which was called a foul, is under review. And they'll go to center court and take a look at it. While we are recapping everything, and I just saw Horowitz message that he's glad that I'm found the reserve to call this game. Horowitz, I'm good. Just had some technical difficulties here. The Spurs led at the end of 1, 23-13. They shaved the lead in half, made it 42-37. The Spurs outscored the Knicks 30-28 in the third quarter to lead by 7, 72-65. And now they lead in scoring here in the fourth quarter, 8-6, and lead 80-71. There's 8:51 left in the ball game. The current lineup for the Knicks goes Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Landry Shamet on the floor, and Jose Alvarado out of Christ the King High School in New York. For the Spurs, it's Wembanyama, Fox, Vassell, Castle, and Johnson. So the Knicks challenge the call of a foul. Josh Hart is saying that's not a foul. And while we are awaiting the result of that, let me shout out the guys in the Colosseum, the Manosphere in the Colosseum, checking out my broadcast tonight.
Yes,
thank you guys very, very much, and thank you all for being so patient because we had a few technical difficulties after we got done with the Fever game in which the Fever won 85-75. They're still reviewing the play here. We're in the fourth quarter of Game 5 of the NBA World Championship Series. Brian Snow here with you. 80-71, the Spurs lead by 9. And it was at this point in Game 4 where the Knicks began to make their move. This call, I believe, is going to stand. Julian Champagnie will come in the game for Keldon Johnson. OG Anunoby comes in for Josh Hart. But Hart will see some more action, and Hart leaves with 4 fouls. So as mentioned, this call is going to stand. And Stephon Castle will head to the free throw line for 2 shots.
So in the free throws right now, let me look at the actual NBA website, see what's going on.
Yep, the call is going to stand. So Stephon Castle will shoot 2. And if you're the Spurs, you want to take advantage of every free throw that you get.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's a foul on Josh Hart. I don't know what he's complaining about. That's a foul. So Castle, the reigning rookie of the year out of Connecticut, his second year out of Connecticut, will step to the line to shoot 2. Castle only 3 points in the game. He's 3 of 4 from the line, 0 for 7 from the field. Castle's free throw, no good. That's what nearly cost the Fever in their game. Dylan Harper on for the Spurs. So now the best that Castle can do is bring this lead up to 10. 80-71. Spurs are 4 for 8 from the line this half. The Knicks are perfect, 5 out of 5. Castle's second one up, good. It's a 10-point lead, 81-71. Your lineup for the Knicks: Anunoby, Towns, Bridges, Brunson, and Shamet. Champagnie, Wemby, Vassell, Castle, and Harper for the Spurs. 8:39 remaining. Jalen Brunson hooks a pass to Landry Shamet outside right. Shamet on the drive, in the lane, to the hole, lays it in on Champagnie. And Landry Shamet is down, but he's getting ready to get back into play. On the left side is Champagnie. Down the lane comes Harper. His layup is good. Dylan Harper is 23 points. The lead is 10. 83-73 and 8:12 remaining. Karl Anthony Towns on the left wing, guarded by Wembanyama. Spurs trying to force a 6th game on Tuesday night. Here comes Jalen Brunson on the drive, in the lane. Pitch out Shamet, a right corner 3. No good. Rebound, Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper has done it all for the Spurs tonight, off the bench. Landry Shamet is 2 for 7 from the field. Harper is fouled out front by Mikal Bridges.
Slew, good brother Art Newstall in the building.
And Shamet slipped out of bounds. That's why he was hurt.
We're watching Snowman cover Game 5 of the NBA Finals.
It to a stop. So Shamet, and actually, Shamet will head to the locker room. In play to Harper. Harper on the drive. Pitch out Champagnie on the drive in the lane. Over the top pass intended for Wembanyama. Stolen by Josh Hart. Hart back the other way. Now to Brunson. Brunson fakes. Lean into a 3. Nope, but a foul call, and Brunson will shoot 3 more. Landry Shamet is limping, headed back to the locker room. He did slip on the baseline. 7:43 left in the ball game. San Antonio 83, New York 73. The Knicks trying to win their first title since 1973. They only won 1 game the last time the Knicks played in the finals, which was 1999. Brunson sitting on 30 points. The first one here. Rimming, no. 7:43 left in the ball game. A lot of my friends said the Knicks need to put the Spurs out of their misery right now. And thinking about it, the Spurs basically gave the 3 games they lost away because they had double-digit leads in all of them. Brunson tries again. Good. 83-74. 7:43 for regulation. Knicks are 6 out of 7 from the free throw line this half. Spurs are 5 out of 9. That's going to be a factor down the stretch. The third attempt on the way. Good. Brunson gets 2 out of 3. 83-75 with 7:40 remaining. Stephon Castle across into the front court. Castle on the drive to the left. Over the top pass to Champagnie. Down to Wemby, low left. Wemby against Karl Anthony Towns. Surgeon faces him left in the lane. Wemby stops. 18-footer head of the key. Rimming, no. Rebound, Anunoby. Knicks come down looking to cut it to 6 or 5 with a long one. Here comes Brunson on the acceleration. Brunson flying in. Lays it in. Jalen Brunson's got 34. And the Spurs want time.
Yep.
Here we go again. 7:14 for the ball game. Do the Knicks have one more comeback left in them? We're going to find out. 7:14 remaining. Spurs 83, Knicks 77. Back with more after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
And the Knicks are making a habit of coming back from behind. If it wins the game, but hey, if it wins the game, it wins the game. Salute to good brother Art and Stall in the building. Oh my gosh. Don't forget to say brought to you by In Between Plays. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Salute to Art Mustar, our local teacher in the building. If you want to learn about how to teach children, visit Art Mustar TV's channel. Also, if you want to learn how to draw, visit Art Mustar's TV YouTube channel. By the way, while you're over here, like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show, hit the Super Chat, support the show. Excuse me. Right now, we are watching Snowman cover the Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Then we'll get into the other stuff we have for today. Yeah, so what? Yeah, the NBA might be the WWE, but it's making money. So, yeah. All right, I think Snowman's not back on yet, but when Snowman comes back, we'll tune back in.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life-holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Let me salute a few people watching in the Colosseum. Horowitz, Feinberg, and Horowitz, and H. I can use an assist from you now. I can use an assist from any and everybody because I want to do a lot of streaming this summer. Art a bit more enraged is in the house in the Coliseum. Andre 420 Reformed. My good buddy Art Newstall TV out in California, and I think Craig Harris is also in. So thanks to all the guys in the Coliseum, and a shout to our beloved host over there, AB Media 83, who hosts the Coliseum every Saturday night. You want to hear some great talk and some great politics and have a little fun and laugh as well, go check out the Coliseum. Check out AB Media 83, and also check out the guys that I named that are tuning in tonight. If you like what you see and what you hear, then do me a favor, drop me a donation via Cash App, because I'm really trying to get this going here. Got to upgrade my equipment. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I need to get. So anything you can do to help not only me, but help my family, that would be terrific. In the NBA Championship Series, the Spurs are shooting only 34% from the field in the fourth quarter.
Oh, dear.
The way you can donate to the cause is $, Tallman, Dr. K50, as Dylan Harper has it off to the right now to Castle. Castle in the right corner with a scissor dribble. Go to right. Josh Hart comes back out. 9 on the clock. Stephon Castle on the move to the right. Josh Hart stays with him. Stephon Castle to the free throw line. Fall away jumper. Short. Rebound tip. Comes out to Jalen Brunson. It's out of bounds. It'll belong to the New York Knicks. And here we go again. Here the heck we go again. Remember, the Knicks wiped out a 29-point lead on Wednesday night.
Yes, they did.
And Wembanyama got his jersey held by Karl Anthony Towns. And no call there. So the Spurs hanging on for dear life. Wemby now has 3 fouls. Jalen Brunson brings it up. Brunson across the timeline with 6:40 remaining. Brunson outside left, guarded by Dylan Harper. Brunson crossover dribble, 10 on the clock. Jalen Brunson leans over the dribble, now met in a switch by Wembanyama. Brunson on the drive all the way, lays it in. It's a 4-point game. And now the Spurs just turn it over. Josh Hart comes up with a steal. Brunson back the other way. 6 minutes left. Halfway home in the money period. Jalen Brunson guarded by Dylan Harper. Jalen Brunson guarded by off the screen from Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has it back, guarded by Dylan Harper in a switch. Towns backs up for 3. A brick. Rebound Wembanyama. 5:45 remaining. Spurs by 4. 83-79. They're trying to hold on for the Spurs are trying to hold on for dear life. The Knicks are trying to win the title. De'Aaron Fox brings it up. Karl Anthony Towns has only 2 points in the game tonight. De'Aaron Fox guarded by OG Anunoby. De'Aaron Fox leans over the dribble, over the top pass into Wembanyama, and an offensive foul on Wembanyama.
Oh, dear.
And Wemby does not agree with the call. That could be iffy because Wemby needed to find a place to land, and I got the feeling the Spurs are going to challenge this one. They are indeed going to challenge it because the way it looks that Wemby caught the ball and did not have a place to land, but when he did land, Josh Hart was waiting for him. I don't think that's an offensive foul, and I have a feeling they're going to turn this one the other way. The Knicks are within 4, 5.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Oh, yeah, Josh Hart trying to draw the contact, but Wemby needed to have a place to land. I think this call is going to be overturned.
We'll see.
Because when Wemby landed with the ball, he immediately signaled for a review. Five and a half minutes left, 83-79, Spurs by 4. The Spurs trying to force a 6th game in Madison Square Garden. The Knicks are trying to close this baby out and win it all tonight. This call has been reversed. What I want to add to this when I'm doing games, when we have reviews like this, I want to pipe in the referee's decision and then play it. 83-79 Spurs, 5:31 remaining in the ball game. And the San Antonio Spurs, just like Wednesday night, are trying to hold on for dear life.
Mm-hmm.
And Karl Anthony Towns has just picked up his 5th foul.
Uh-oh.
And Karl Anthony Towns is saying, how is that a foul on me? If anything, it's a foul on Josh Hart, or so I thought.
Oh, boy.
So this call is overturned. Score remains 83-79. And Champagny just committed a shooting foul. Mike Brown was trying to coax the referees into that offensive foul as well. So the clock will be reset to 14. And I really, folks, what I need help with besides the equipment, I want to be able to maintain the streaming costs. So Karl Anthony Towns, and I'm way behind on my feed here because I'm using something different from what I am used to. It's 83-79. And now I'm looking at my board, and it shows that this game is tied.
Yep.
And it is tied. 83 apiece. Jalen Brunson ties the game. Brunson has 40 points tonight.
We're going to see whether or not the Knicks pull it off tonight.
Now, I know a couple feeds are ahead of me. Would I love to do this with the actual feed? Yes, but I don't have the funds to do so. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this, so I can maintain everything. So give me a few moments to catch up on everything. We are tied 83 apiece. Now Devin Vassell makes a pull-up shot from 16, and it's 85-83 Spurs. 3:53 left in the ball game. Brunson misses a 13-footer, and it's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knicks. 3:40 remaining. As I said Wednesday night, who'd have thunk it? The Spurs led this game by as many as 12 in every game in this final series. Every game. The Spurs had a big lead, and they've given 3 of them away. That pass was tipped in the backcourt, out of bounds, stays with the Spurs.
Got a hell of a game.
In play to De'Aaron Fox. Fox brings it up. Fox left-handed dribble, stops, pull-up jumper out front. Nope, rebound. Anunoby had it, lost it. Comes down to Cornette, but the Knicks able to get it away from him.
Oh,
all the way to the hole is Brunson. He lays it in, and that ties the game 83 apiece. Four and a half minutes left. Who's going to blink? I'm trying to find a feed that's where it needs to go. And from where I'm looking right now, the Knicks are in front. 85-83. Here's Brunson. Fakes a lean-in 3. Nope, but a foul called, and Brunson gets 3 more free throws.
Oh, boy.
Unbelievable. The Knicks are trying to do it again. That's the 3rd time tonight Jalen Brunson has leaned in and gotten a foul called on a 3-point field goal attempt. Jalen Brunson gets ready. He shoots the first one. Good. 84-83. Jalen Brunson has 41. Jalen Brunson trying to will this team to the finish line tonight. Brunson gets ready.
Hell of a game here, folks.
Shoots the second one. Good. 85 all. 3:40 left. This is crazy. The Knicks are trying to come all the way back again. Brunson has 42 points. The 3rd free throw. Got them all. And the Knicks are in front. 86-85. Dylan Harper back the other way for the Spurs. Harper directing traffic straight on, guarded by Josh Hart. Harper in the front court, plays it to Wembanyama left of the key. Wembanyama plays it to De'Aaron Fox. 18-footer. Missed. Rebound comes down to Mitchell Robinson. Knicks ball up 1. 3:20 left. Jalen Brunson in the front court. It's in his hands from here on out. And the Knicks will call for time.
Makes sense.
3:17 left in the ball game.
The Spurs have enough time to come back, AL. We'll see.
And New York is trying to finish this thing tonight. And with those 3 free throws, that's their first lead since 5-4. They were down by as many as 16.
Yep. Yep. Your Knicks might
Knicks
win
ball
tonight.
right to left. Feeds a little bit behind again. So the Knicks just spent a timeout. This ragtag bunch of Knicks are trying to do what many, myself included, deemed impossible.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why they play the games, in the immortal words of one Chris Berman.
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns misses a layup. Wemby the rebound. Dylan Harper's shot got blocked. Gets the offensive rebound, misses the bunny, and Karl Anthony Towns picks up the rebound. I'm going to call the rest of this game from my my tablet here. 2:07 left.
2:07.
Anunoby puts it in, and OG Anunoby has extended the lead to 3.
Uh-oh. Yeah, boy.
Vassell gets called for goaltending. It's 88-85 Knicks.
Wow.
If the Knicks hold on and win, who is the one Knick that you guys believe is forever vindicated? My answer is Charles Smith for 1993.
Here, man. This is a fun one.
Royston Gibbs says, salute, watching from the shadows. Thank you, Royston.
If they win, New York's going to be destroyed.
I could never claim to be a Knicks fan, but I have to take my hat off to them this season.
They're playing good, man. They're playing good. They're
playing
real
good.
good. Yeah. I'm. You know what? I'm surprised they beating these guys, but they're just playing way more better basketball than the Spurs are right now. They are.
Yeah. No, nobody had the Knicks. I can tell you, nobody had the Knicks winning.
Oh no! Everybody's thinking the Spurs going to win because of Wembanyama, but he's not been playing good this series. He has not been playing good. They've been trashing him the whole entire series, bro.
Yeah. And we got under 2 minutes right now. It's gonna be interesting.
Hey, as my dad always said, the final 2 minutes of basketball is where you see who's got the grit.
Yeah.
Wemby has one more.
Let's see. Okay.
My MVP is Jalen Brunson.
Where's Mistration at? I thought he was here.
Because he's got 43 points tonight, and he pulled a Willis Reed in game 1. Second free throw good from Wembanyama, 88-86. The Spurs looking for a defensive stop.
I know as soon as he started talking, he's gonna cry about Indiana. So I just kicked him off the panel. Yeah,
Jalen Brunson.
He's gonna interrupt the whole vibe. I'm trying to finish this game up.
Hey, Mistration is his name.
Knicks
right?
offensive rebound.
Yeah.
And they turn it over.
$88-86. Damn.
Yeah.
88-86 New York.
And they were down by 16
left in the ball.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Knicks are making a comeback, baby. This is a good game. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Let's see if they can hold on.
Right.
Dylan Harper's shot is good. We're tied 88 all.
Uh-oh. I wish you could show the damn
all right,
video.
I got another feedback. I'm behind, but I'm going to call this one to its finish.
Yeah, I think the NBA
86, 150.
Yeah, live coverage, like the sportscasters, but we do what we can.
Yeah.
Brunson leans over the dribble, guarded by Stephon Castle. Brunson out near the timeline on the move to the right. 8 to shoot. 1:35 left on the big one. Jalen Brunson with a scissor dribble against Devin Vassell. Brunson on the drive to the right baseline. He comes up shooting. Nope. Rebound tip. It's off of the top of the backboard, and it'll belong to San Antonio.
Uh-oh. I kind of want the Knicks to win. It's been a long time coming for them.
Yeah, it has.
Dylan Harper back the other way. 88-86 New York. Harper has it. Harper on the drive all the way. Lays it up and in. We're tied at 88 apiece. 1:15 remaining in the ball game.
He's got Knicks at 90. He says 88 apiece.
Yeah, you know he's behind. It's behind.
Knicks come down. Look at the other way. Josh Hart to the hole. Lays it in. The Knicks are back in front. 90-88 New York.
Oh boy!
Holy catfish! They are that close.
It's gonna be a nail biter because you know
Spurs back the other way.
Could be going overtime.
Down low to Wemby. 20-footer on the way. Missed it. Knicks the rebound. 50 seconds left. 19 on the shot clock. Spurs looking for a defensive stop. Knicks looking to seal the game. It's in Jalen Brunson's hands, and it's going nowhere else. Here comes Brunson on the drive. Out to Hart, a three. No good. Spurs the rebound, looking to tie. They can get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. And they miss the shot.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, we get a foul. We get a foul called. (90-88), 26.1 seconds remaining. Any score by the Knicks, and this series is over. Harper got to the rim, but laid it up short. Josh Hart to the free throw line. 26.1 seconds left.
Uh-oh.
Still,
Harper gets ready. The first one on the way. Good. 91-88.
Ooh, yeah, okay. I'm gonna try not to spoil, but yeah, that's a hard
91-88. New York by 3. 26.1 seconds remaining. Holy cow, they're gonna do it. But it ain't over yet. Hart gets ready. The second attempt on the way. No good. Rebound taken down by Vassell. Or Mitchell Robinson gets the offensive rebound. Back out to Brunson. Brunson's foul with 21.6 left. A free throw here, and it's over. And everybody in the state of New York, especially New York City, are ready to celebrate.
Uh-oh.
Offensive rebounds helping the Knicks out here in the fourth quarter. Free throw number one. Good. 92-88 New York. Can you believe this? OG Anunoby, the veteran from Indiana, 10 points in the game tonight after 33 on Wednesday. Anunoby's second free throw. No good. Rebound, Vassell. And the Spurs call time with 20 seconds left.
Yeah, oh yeah.
There are 20 seconds left, possibly.
All you have to do is not
in the
foul.
NBA season.
Right.
Because Mitchell Robinson secured an offensive rebound. And the Knicks were able to split a pair of free throws. And that's why they are up by 4 right now. 92-88. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Who would have thunk it? I certainly didn't. I got to be honest with you. But the Knicks are in the finals for a reason.
Yes. Yeah, they are in the finals for a reason.
Yeah.
The Knicks came back and beat Atlanta after being down 2-1. Then they won 13 in a row, 3 against Atlanta, 4 against Philadelphia, 4 more against Cleveland, and the first 2 against San Antonio in this final series. Stephon Castle tips in the dunk. It's 92-90, and the Knicks spend a timeout with 16.3 seconds left.
Smart.
Unreal. Unbleeping real. 92-90. New York by 2. Let's reset everything for you. There are 16.3 seconds remaining in this ball game. It is 92-90. The Knicks are holding on to their breath, looking to celebrate. I'll be over in the Colosseum as soon as this game completes.
All you gotta do, try to hold on to the ball and hope they foul you.
San Antonio in the fourth quarter is 2 for 4 from the free throw line. We're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this play out. 16.3 seconds left. Now this feed here still says 20 seconds left, so I'll call this to the best of my ability with very limited resources, and I apologize for that. But doggone it, I've been wanting to bring this to you guys just in case the Knicks do it.
Hey.
Three-pointer on the way, no good. Tip dunk by Castle. When the Knicks went to the World Championship Series in 1994, and the Spurs are going to be forced to foul as they have only one timeout left.
Yes.
Yeah, the Spurs are going to be forced to foul. .3 seconds remaining. 92-90. Knicks by 2. Hold on to your seats, New York.
All you gotta do is
really love the game. Would love the squad up game soon. Thank you for coming in from Twitch. We got folks from all over the place tuning us in tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And I apologize for all of the technical difficulties during this game. Jalen Brunson will come back in for Mitchell Robinson, and Mitchell Robinson secured a big rebound, which allowed the Knicks to split another pair of free throws to put them up by 4. 92-90. And Dylan Harper gives the foul with 8.8 seconds left. Mikal Bridges will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Bridges gets ready, offers the first free throw, no good.
Okay.
Mitchell Robinson in for Jalen Brunson. Luke Cornett in for De'Aaron Fox. Mikal Bridges will have another. Bridges gets ready. The second attempt on the way is good. 93-90 New York.
Thought we were going to have a timeout.
Timeout Spurs, 8.8 seconds left. They have one timeout remaining. I stand corrected. They have no timeouts remaining. So, two things. One, they have to get the ball in bounds. And secondly, they have to hit a 3-point field goal. Nothing else will do for San Antonio.
No, it won't.
Oh, boy, if the Knicks hold on to this lead, 8.8 seconds left. We're in the midst of a timeout right now. 93-90 New York. Every borough in New York City taking a deep breath right now.
Yeah.
There are 8.8 seconds remaining. Mikal Bridges split a pair of free throws a moment ago. The Spurs have the ball down by 3. And again, to reiterate, the Spurs have no timeouts left. So not only do the Spurs have to get the ball in bounds.
Yes.
Jeremy Sochan in for Mitchell Robinson for New York. It's Anunoby, Hart, Bridges, Sochan, and Shamet. The 5 on the floor for the Knicks. 8.8 seconds remaining. The Spurs are out of timeouts. They've got to get the ball in bounds. Man, we hope you're enjoying this alternative play-by-play broadcast as we're enjoying bringing it to you. De'Aaron Fox will come in for Luke Cornett. So San Antonio will get their shooters on the floor for Mitch Johnson and company.
Got a hell of a
Can you say the Knicks are a team of destiny? I think we finally can. They have been so close so many times over. They get toward the mountaintop, and they're unable to finish the job. And Landry Shamet takes a foul with 8.5 seconds left. And that's a good foul, because now you force the Spurs to hit their free throws, and they haven't done so in the fourth quarter. So Shamet takes the foul. That's his second. 93-90 New York. So with no timeouts, Knicks outscored the Spurs 28-18 here in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
So the Spurs will put it back in play. 93-90. Dylan Harper gets one, and he misses the free throw. Anunoby the rebound, and Anunoby is fouled with 7.7 left. Another chance for the Knicks to seal it. Remember, the Spurs have no timeouts. Holy cow, they're that close from the summit. OG Anunoby with 2 free throws. The first one on the way, no good. Now you got to have this one if you're OG Anunoby to bring the championship back to New York.
Oh, yeah.
Anunoby, the veteran from Indiana, gets ready. Shoots the second free throw. Got it! And that's it. Spurs have no timeouts. They get it in play. Wembanyama out front. A long three. He missed it. And that's it. The Knicks are world champions.
There you have it. Your Knicks are your world champions.
The New York Knicks, for the first time since 1973, have done it. They have climbed the mountaintop. And the New York Knicks will celebrate for an entire year as they, and I hope my buddy Michael Lyle will hear me well, the New York Knicks have come back one more time, and they are the world champions. For the first time since 1973.
And we might have
Holy catfish! The New York Knicks are the world champions. OG Anunoby splits a pair of free throws.
We might have live coverage. Hold on, wait a minute.
And the Knicks, for the fourth time in this series, come back from a double-digit deficit. And not only do they win the game, they win the world championship. Your final score tonight in Game 5, the Knicks 94 and the Spurs 90. We'll come back and wrap it up and tell you who our MVP is after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports.
There you have it. Your Knicks are your world champions.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta hand it to him. Gotta hand it to him. So how you been doing, Art?
I've been good, man. Just working and dealing with the bullshit at my job.
Oh yeah. Typical life. What's your thoughts on the Karmelo Anthony case?
I mean, he shouldn't have brought a damn knife to the damn summit.
Yes. And unfortunately, they did have enough to charge him with attempted murder. I know black people don't want to hear that, but they did have enough to charge him with attempted murder.
He went in there with a weapon, knowing he was gonna. I understand the bullying thing, but you can't go in there intentionally thinking that you're gonna stab somebody.
Yeah, nah.
If it'd be different, he had pepper spray.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you a heads up now.
You got a knife. That means you intentionally went in there and saying like, if he touches me, I'm gonna kill him. That's intent.
Yeah, that is intent. And I know they said that Metcalf was bullying him. It doesn't matter. Anybody that plays sports, you know better than to go into the other team's sport tent. That anybody that's plays sport, you know better, or you should know better. Also,
but that's on the school officials.
Yeah,
it's on him, but it's also on the school officials too, because they should have known better. A lot of things that goes on in schools.
Yeah,
these people don't take it seriously.
Yeah, unfortunately,
and that's the problem.
Yeah, that's what happens.
They should have had both those boys' parents sit down and try to resolve this issue.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think Karmelo's parents are on some bullshit too.
They are. I mean, both parents are, to be honest with you.
Yeah, both of them. Not just not just the mom.
The racist remarks that what uncle said about him. Yeah, I mean they're both on some bullshit.
Now, it's my understanding Metcalf's father came out and made some racist comments. My response to that is, y'all forgot what country you live in. I'm not about to go stress myself out over that. Seriously. What else is new? And the truth is, that's on him. Okay, you're a racist prick. Okay, that means we shouldn't take you seriously. Fine. I'm sorry what happened to your son, but I mean,
I'm not saying I'm not sorry what happened to your son. What I'm saying is like we got to be smarter.
Yes. We can't be in our fifis all the time. Can't be in our feelings about everything. But a lot of black folk in their feelings about this. I'm like, okay, I don't even try to argue with them. I'm like, all right, be in your feelings about it. But the reality is that that boy had no business under that tent. And you're right. The school officials do owe some responsibility to this.
Yeah, because they knew what was going on, but they chose to ignore it because they didn't want to get involved. Trust me, I've seen a lot of bully situations where the school officials are like, well, just ignore them. Like, nah, you have to resolve that issue.
Yeah.
You have to resolve that issue. If you
I hate to admit this, but I was that bully one year. There's this kid in my math class who's kind of a dork. I would fuck with him, and it was so bad that the teacher didn't do shit. Then one day I fucked around and found out. I shoved him, and he started hitting on me. He couldn't knock me down, and by the time I turned around, the teacher was in between us, and I was like, you have to keep in mind back then I was in a zero tolerance school. You can go to juvie for fighting. So I just backed down. Unfortunately, I only got 5 days. But yeah, I was young and stupid. It is what it is.
I mean, most schools during that time was probably zero tolerance because of Columbine.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was right after Columbine too. That was right after Columbine too. What was that? 99?
Like 98, 99, something like that.
Yeah, 99 or 2000. I forget what year it was, but yeah.
It was in the 90s. It wasn't 2000s.
It was in the 90s.
I was still in school when that happened. I was in the 90s.
I was too. Oh, we have one of the guests. We have the snowman in the building. Well done.
Man, oh man. Thank you. I had a whole bunch of technical problems in the first half, and Horowitz, you're right. Congrats to assistant coach Maurice Cheeks, who gets his second title, won his first as a player with the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, I'll tell you what, man. When teams are handing you games, you take them.
Exactly.
Because the Spurs handed them all 4 wins in this series.
Yeah, they did.
Yes, it did.
The Spurs led by double digits in every single game in this series. All 5 games they led by double digits, and each time was at least a 15-point lead. They led by 16 tonight. They led by 29 on Wednesday and frittered that away.
And I think that was the dagger, really.
I think it was too.
When it came back from 29, I was like, "Yeah, this series is over."
This series was it was over after. I think it was over, honestly, after they took the first 2 in Texas, because they had no business winning either of those games in San Antonio. But
no, I was shocked. I was shocked when they won in Texas.
They were playing good basketball, bro.
Listen, the Knicks are playing outstanding basketball. Let me give that to them, okay?
Man, are you doing something?
Sorry about that.
Standing.
I haven't really seen the game like that because I've been working and shit. But when all the highlights are seen, the passing, the position that they play, they are playing great. They were playing great.
The defense for the New York 2 things won this series for the Knicks tonight, or won this series for them. Period. Defense and experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Spurs are there, but they're much too young, and this series proved it.
Yes,
this series proved how young and inexperienced the Spurs are. And Andre, it was a finals record for that 29-point comeback, a game which I also did, and I couldn't believe it was happening.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, experience triumphs over youth.
Yes.
And the Knicks are the champs.
Yeah.
And the scary thing is they could be hanging around for a while, because now they have Jalen Brunson, who I believe was the finals MVP. Karl Anthony Towns found his stride in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Hart, the Villanova triplets, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and Jalen Brunson really, really, really came together. And then you have the offensive rebounding of the Knicks in the fourth quarter tonight. Not just tonight, but in all 5 games. Because remember, if you really think about it, the Knicks could have either team could have swept this series.
Yes.
Either team could have swept this series. If the Spurs hold on to any lead in any of the 4 games that they lost, they win it all. Yeah. But they kept turning the ball over. They kept committing silly fouls.
Mm-hmm.
And the Knicks took advantage. They did what a great team was supposed to do. They took full advantage of it.
Yeah, they came back.
They came back. The defense dominated this series for the New York Knicks. The defense, let me say that again. The defense dominated this series for New York. Dominated, because when you have a lead as big as the Spurs had in any of the games that they lost, you're supposed to close that out.
Yeah.
You're supposed to.
Whatever you're doing, we can hear it.
Hang on a second. What the hell's going on with my headset?
They done every. I'm looking the stats up now. And remember, they played for the NBA Cup championship, and the Knicks won that. So they already had the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Only game that the Spurs won was game 3, and they nearly gave that up.
Yes.
They nearly gave that up. This should have been, and congratulations.
Fun fact about Game 3. You know who they blame for the Knicks losing, right? Some people blame for the Knicks losing, right?
Remind me. Donald Trump.
Yep.
Oh God. Really? Really?
Ask any New Yorker, they'll explain why.
Come on, y'all. Just look. Stop.
I can see the Spurs run by like 20, but they barely won that game. They only like 5 points. I was like,
the Spurs won by 4 in Game 3.
Mm-hmm.
Just knock it off. Quit playing the blame game, you guys. So, is any part of New York going to be left?
We might find out today if something goes through.
Is any part of New York going to be left?
I don't know, man.
Because
crazy.
New York's the only place I knew that had 4 watch parties in 4 different areas. 4.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the stats now, and as I said, the Spurs had a big lead in every game in this series.
Yes,
led by 11. I'm looking at Game 3 right now. They led by 11 at the end of 1. New York sliced that to 3 because they had 42 points in the second quarter. And this is Game 3 I'm looking at. The Spurs built their lead back up to. Actually, the Knicks had the lead. I beg your pardon. The Knicks had the lead 56 to 52. And then the Spurs had the lead by 1 at the end of 3. And then they get 3 extra points in the fourth quarter to win it. But every game in this series, the Spurs had a lead and they choked it. Period.
It's as if they started out strong, but they just couldn't finish it.
They took their foot off the gas.
They took their foot off. They didn't stay sharp. They got sloppy at some point. They got a little too. They were feeling themselves a little too much. Yeah, go ahead.
They got very, very sloppy. Spurs led by 9 at the end of 1, 34 to 25, and I'm looking at Game 2 right now. They led by 9 at the end of the first quarter in Game 1. Got outscored by 13, trailed 56-52 at the half, and then trailed by 9 at the end of 3. Came all the way back, had a fourth quarter double-digit lead, and lost it.
Yep.
So this is on them. Simply put.
It seemed like they didn't really want it. Because remember, because sometimes it comes down to who really wants it.
Mm-hmm.
And the Knicks were hell-bent on getting it,
Yeah, they were.
They wanted it that bad. I don't know. So I guess Wemby and everybody, it's just like, like you said, overall youth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they're immature. They just didn't have it in you. They didn't have the composure or the mindset to stay focused, and like you said, the Villanova trio, who won, of course, Jalen Brunson, everybody, they've won NCAA titles themselves.
Yeah, 2 of them.
No, it was Orange Jermaine. It was still Jermaine. It was just Orange Jermaine.
It's always Jermaine.
It was just Orange Jermaine. Speaking of which, let's go to my thumbnail for today.
Oh, I love that.
The Black Manosphere is here for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a stream earlier this week. Why should I defend a burning house?
Mm-hmm.
Why should I defend a burning house? And unfortunately, we have to go over some feminist bullshit today.
Oh, why?
And I have a particular name for this. I call it the educated bird brain.
Hi, I'm an educated bird brain. I make stuff up and expect you to take me seriously because I say down with the patriarchy. Don't you want to be a feminist like me?
How about no?
How about hell no?
How about
Bishop Bullwinkle?
How about hell no to the no?
Oh, and the reason we're covering this feminist is all Mr. Z's fault. But anyway,
It's always his fault.
It's always his fault.
It's Mr. Z's fault because he covered her, and oh, good Lord. I was like, you know what? I have to cover this heifer, unfortunately.
Why do I? Okay.
But just brace yourselves. This heifer's a doozy.
Oh, hell no!
And I'm gonna tell you now. Just hold on to your brain cells. Her name is
all types of blue hell.
Her name is Teresa. Oh, here
I don't have any research funding to do.
I was tagged in this video a few days ago. Take a look.
I don't have any research funding to do quantitative service, so you don't have to believe me. But after years of immersing myself nose deep in those brain-rotting internet images and noises, I reached a fairly confident conclusion that American conservative voters no longer care about the economy. What is the most salient societal conflict in the present-day America based on the distribution of internet traffic? I believe it's a conflict between men.
Time. Thanks for that button.
Who can't handle being single.
Real conservatives do care about the economy.
And the women who won't put up with shitty partners. Their conflict totally overshadows the traditional economic camps.
This is a guy named Huey Lee. He has a PhD in political science from the University of California at Davis.
He needs to get his money back, but anyway.
I've never heard of this guy. He wrote a book called Dividing the Rulers: How Majority Cycling Saved Democracy. But it's an interesting thesis he has. So I wondered if it's true. Based on internet traffic, as in what people want to talk about or hear or read what others have to say about it, the real issue that American conservatives have with the state of our nation is that not enough men have the ability to exploit the labor of a woman by means of marriage and children. And women vote.
Time.
Wait a minute. How are we exploiting you?
Time.
Yes.
Time.
That wasn't what he said. Wasn't what he said.
Wait. Whoa. Halt. Thesis, hold the phone. Stop. Penalty flag on the field.
I am too old for this bull.
Thank you. I needed that.
And
I ain't got no time for this bullshit.
And
now that's some bullshit.
And I think we all need a 30-second brain break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I warned you. Hold on to your brain cells.
Just yow.
I might have to
what is
hold on to your brain cells. A feminist is talk.
Primarily to protect themselves from men and that exploitation. So let's talk about it. Before we get started, you know what to do. Love or hate. That is the annoying little factual do care. Not care. American conservatives do care about the economy. They do. That is the annoying little factual obstacle standing in the way of this thesis on its face. Polling is very clear on that point. In October 2024, Gallup found that the economy ranked as the most important issue influencing registered voters' presidential choice.
Duh.
I am too old for this bullshit.
Duh, because the economy sucked under Biden. Duh.
With 52% saying it was extremely important and another 38% saying it was very important. Pew Research found something similar. About 81% of registered voters said the economy would be very important to their 2024 presidential vote. But that does not mean the economy is always about the economy. When American conservative voters say they care about the economy, they're often talking about something broader than wages, prices, jobs, housing, healthcare, or material security. They're talking about social order.
Once again.
Rent prices out of control, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. You got 30 seconds for ad. We got an ad for AB Media here. This intellectual diarrhea is proudly brought to you by Clearwater Laxatives. When things get muddy, Clearwater is your buddy. That's Clearwater Laxatives.
I gotta give that one then because that definitely is
intellectual diarrhea. I'm going to borrow that, especially on
that's one of Snowman's ads, man. So you got it first cleared up with Snowman and myself. Snowman, you okay with me using it?
You're fine. Use the hell out of that one.
Okay, let me go. Can I give the ad now, AB?
Fine.
Okay. Okay, I got two.
Intellectual diarrhea.
Yeah. This intellectual diarrhea is brought to you by Clearwater Laxatives. When things get muddy, Clearwater's your buddy. That's Clearwater Laxatives. And Yuck Mouth Dental Insurance. Either keep it minty fresh or keep it shut.
Hi, I'm an educated bird brain. I make stuff up and expect you to take me seriously because I say down with the patriarchy. Don't you want to be a feminist like me?
How about no?
How about hell no?
And look, AI couldn't even get her hairline right. Good Lord, that's all back her head.
Can Kevin?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
You really can't.
Hey, AB, you're asking a lot from a damn 12-core processor.
What kind of processor?
12-core.
A 12-core.
That's an insult to the 12-core. More like a 2-core or 1-core.
Not
half a core, a quarter of a core,
or a 0-core.
About who deserves comfort, who deserves authority, who deserves sympathy, who is talking too much, who is being
you're
time. Who is talking too much? She has the nerve to fix her whole mouth, and yes, I purposely said it incorrectly, mouth, MOUF, to say who's talking too much. Paul Allen.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
rewarded unfairly, and who has lost the status that they believe they were promised. In that sense, the economy becomes the respectable public language for a much deeper anxiety, the waning of the old hierarchy. That's why economic complaints on the right so easily collapse into immigration panic, anti-feminism, anti-trans rhetoric, resentment.
Yo, why should you let someone get half her wig? She looked like she got the way back.
She got into a fight. She got into a fight outside the bar, and somebody said, "I'll put it into this," and just snatched it.
She looked like she let her damn top down on her Lamborghini and just like, shh.
Yeah. And it took
towards woke. Hostility to DEI programs and fantasies of restored masculine authority. These are not separate grievances. They are different doors that lead into the same house. The cleaner, more precise version of Huey Lee's thesis is this: American conservatism still talks about the economy, but its emotional center of gravity is grievance. And in the current online attention economy, one of the loudest and most...
Hold it. We recently lost a great announcer in Stacey King.
Yes.
Who passed away at age 59. I have a soundbite of his. I have a soundbite of his that applies here.
Oh my God. Stop it.
Oh, AB, I just gotta say this. In the spirit of Riley Freeman, I just want to look at this heifer with that big ass forehead and say, big ass Hillary Banks.
Just forehead.
Politically useful grievances is the conflict between men who
Right, she got
experience
6 head.
women's independence as abandonment and women who no longer see male partnership as worth tolerating disrespect, exploitation, or
What exploitation?
What?
control. So it's not that
I'm sorry,
conservative
what?
voters
Yeah, she consider cooking, cleaning exploitation, but okay. Anyway,
literally do not care about the economy.
Whoa. Freeze. Hold on. She considers what? Fill in those blanks again.
Cooking, cleaning, exploitation of women.
Exploitation of cooking and cleaning, exploitation of women. And to think my wife, at least 5
You better not show my dirty ass house.
Just a moment. 5 times out of the week, my wife walks into this office and brings me dinner. That she cooked, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the patriarchy, as they like to call it is enslaving women, blah, blah, blah. We can't take rejection, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
They clearly do. The argument is that their economic concerns are frequently filtered through cultural resentment. Sure, they care about prices, but they also care about who they believe has been allowed to move ahead of them. They care about jobs, but they also care about whether their social position still comes with automatic deference. They care about inflation, but they also care about whether the world still feels organized around them, white men, basically. This is clear in Gallup's issue tracking. In March 2024, when Americans were asked to name the most important problem facing the country, 52% of Republicans named immigration as the nation's top problem.
Yeah, when you bring in hold on, let me finish. When you bring in
Sorry.
When you bring in 15 million illegal immigrants, that's a problem.
Yeah,
that's one of the reasons why the housing prices are out of control.
That was not a small side concern. It was their dominant, unprompted answer. Later that year, Gallup found that 35% of Republicans and Republican-leaning independents named the economy as the most important factor in their...
Duh. And everybody else thought it was the most important too. That's why your side lost. But you don't want to talk about that, do you?
Presidential vote, compared with only 7% of Democrats and Democratic-leaning independents. That combination matters. The conservative voter is not simply saying, I'm worried about my grocery bill. What they're really saying is, I am worried the country is being taken from people like me. Immigration, inflation, housing, crime, gender politics, race, and national identity, all these things.
Hold on, let's talk about gender politics for a minute. Your side pushes the rainbow flag so daggone hard that even the LGBT are against it now.
Which is
that's how hard they're pushing the rainbow flag. Even they're starting to come out against it now. What did you say, Art?
I said you're right. You're right.
Seriously, they're pushing the rainbow flag so daggone hard that LGBT themselves are coming out against it. So spare me with the LGBT stuff. You're pushing it too damn hard.
Get braided together into one emotional narrative of displacement. This is how reactionary politics works. They're not going to straight up just say, I miss being dominant. Instead, they're going to say things like, everything is too expensive. No one wants to work.
Everything is too expensive
anymore. Masculinity is under attack.
Masculinity's been under attack for over 60 years now.
Women have become too picky.
70.
Women have become too picky.
Immigrants are taking everything. The elites care more about them than they do about us. That one's actually true. But by elites, I mean billionaires. When they say elites, they mean college professors living on the Upper West Side and men.
No, they don't.
That's not the same.
No, they don't. Stop it. No, they don't. Stop it.
Wait.
When they say at least, they mean these corporations.
Yes. They mean the corporations too. Don't tell that live, Teresa.
The genius
I gotta play
of
this
right
again.
wing.
I gotta play this button again. Oh my God! Stop it!
Yeah. I told you, hold on to your brain cells.
Politics.
You did.
Can take 10 different resentments and combine them into one betrayal. The manosphere is the clearest example of this process. At first glance, the manosphere looks like a dating problem. Men can't.
Yep. Now you see why we're playing the video.
Can't get dates and Upper West Side in Manhattan. That's not the same group. Just FYI. The genius of right-wing politics.
Wait.
10 different resentments and combine them into one betrayal. The manosphere is the clearest example of this process.
Jesus.
Yes, that's why we're covering it.
Oh, Jesus.
Like a dating problem. Men can't get dates. Men are lonely.
Wait. Men can't get dates.
Mm-hmm.
But
I got you. Hold on. Wait. Let's pull out here for a minute and let me switch you over here. Oh, we can't get dates, huh? Oops.
We can't get dates. Teresa, the person you're looking at in that picture, that's my wife.
But we can't get dates, huh?
That's a hostage. It's no, man.
Say it again.
That's a hostage.
That's funny. Allegedly.
Right. You ain't.
Oh,
shit.
don't show Teresa that picture. She probably gonna give you she gonna look at you like, sell out.
I got one even better. Hold on. I got one even better. See that, Teresa?
That's a championship ring.
That's my That's my championship ring that I have had for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
The woman that I have been with for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
You see, this thing right here is one thing that men desire. Marriage. I am 3 successful generations of marriages. My grandpa, my pops, and me.
Brother,
Go ahead,
brother. That would just be an assault. An actual MMA fight between the manosphere and Feminist. That's just let's just call that's physical assault.
That would be
that it wouldn't even be close.
That would be what the 49ers did to the Broncos in Super Bowl 24, 55-10. That's what that would be.
Yes. Yeah. Let's move on.
Still sexually rejected. Men believe women's standards are unrealistic, but that
women's standards are. They are. You got to check. We're going to talk about how she want a man that make over $100,000 a year.
Expect nothing in return.
Right. Expect nothing.
And it's got to be the 3 6s. 6 figure, 6 feet, 6 inches.
A 6-pack.
And 6-pack. Yeah, that's
just the entry point. The politics come later when those personal frustrations are converted into a world view. A man starts out with, women don't choose me. Then the
okay, women don't choose us, so what? It's like, okay, we didn't got over that.
Wait. What? For a long time, women didn't choose me. Then I met GawD K.
Yeah, that's the first thing we teach over here. Rejection is part of life. What's the big deal?
Mm-hmm. Been learning that for years.
You fuck with who fucks with you.
Exactly.
algorithm sends him, women only want high status men. Next thing.
Yeah, that's true.
What? Most women do.
They do. Yes.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, look at the women that were on Kevin Samuel's show. They were like, I need a high value man. And he was like, well, explain to me what you do.
Feminism made women entitled. Then it moves to liberal society hates men. Then it inevitably.
Yes, the liberal society does hate men. That's been proven.
Then I have a sound. I have a sound for that. Liberal society hates men. I think this guy agrees.
You can put it on the board. Yes.
Becomes the West is collapsing because women have too much freedom. That's the pipeline. The red pill to alt-right pipeline that everyone's been talking about.
I didn't know I was alt-right. I didn't know they claimed me. Anyway.
The evidence for the scale.
I mean, I openly admit I voted for Trump, but I never claimed MAGA, and I'm not even sure. I've never asked if MAGA claimed me or not, and I don't really care.
The thing listen, what I voted for, I now have a new one of in my kitchen. A couch.
Oh, I got a little tune for that. Just a little bit.
Of this ecosystem isn't just anecdotal. Researchers studying the Manosphere analyzed 28.8 million posts across 6 forums and 51 subreddits and found that older, somewhat milder red pill-ish communities like pickup artists and men's rights activists have increasingly given way to more extreme communities like incels and men going their own way.
You don't even know what an incel is.
Found substantial migration of active users and concluded that newer
Art, I actually have to disagree with. She does know what an incel is. She's just the other version of it. She's the femcel.
You.
No, she still thinks she has options.
Yeah.
Incels know that where they at in life, and they hate that shit.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
I said, true forced loneliness. When I saw that guy talk about like where he was, I was like, okay, they believe they're in a certain category.
Were more toxic and more
who they are and what they look like.
Right.
More misogynistic than the older ones. They're getting worse. Another large study looking at Reddit and YouTube found substantial overlap between manosphere audiences and alt-right audiences. The researchers found that members of some manosphere communities, especially men's rights activists, were more likely than comparison groups to gradually engage with alt-right content. That is the political significance. The manosphere is not merely men complaining about dating. It is the bridge between private disappointment and reactionary politics. And the
Really?
I've never been alt-right in my life, and I've been in manosphere for a long ass time.
Yeah.
reason this works is because dating is one of the most
See what they're trying to do. They are trying their hardest to compare us to Andrew Tate and Mind Gaines. And me personally, I don't like either one of them.
I don't even consider them manosphere.
I don't.
They're the grifters of it. They're the grifters of this field, and they're here just to start shit. Oh, by the way, AB.
Yes.
Leave Myron to me. Leave Myron to me. That's my. I'll deal with that.
Please do, because I have words for Myron.
I know you do. I know you do. But let me tell you something. He's from my neck of the woods. We knew how to deal with cats like. We know how cats like that get down. So I got you.
And all I got to say is this: if any of my little cousins are watching, I know you don't agree with me, but if you say I'm like Myron, them go fighting words, because
Them's fighting words. Yeah, that's me.
You never see me go suck up to the clan. What are you doing, Hammer? I can hear it.
What's going on with my earpiece? Hang on a second. Let me sit down. I just stood up.
Places where social change becomes emotionally undeniable. It's sitting right there across the table from you. The woman you're out on a date with that's telling you that she just got approved for a mortgage for a 4-bedroom house when you're still living in your mom's basement. You can tell.
Nope.
Whoa,
Nah.
whoa.
Oh, she just got approved for a 4-bedroom house. What she need a 4-bedroom house for? And she's a single woman. That I didn't do some follow. I'm gonna do some follow questions on that. I mean, now if you have kids, okay, if you have kids, fine. I can understand if you have kids, but if you have kids and you got a 4-bedroom, what you do in a 4-bedroom house? That's a waste of money. What are we going to say?
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
You know she got to have a prayer room. For
A man that women are equal. And he may agree with you in theory. You can tell him that women have jobs, degrees, our own money.
And we're supposed to care because
apartments, friend
I can
groups,
answer that question in a silly way. Because you gave me this sound.
I'm independent. It's supposed to be a flex. Them getting a house.
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay.
We're way beyond that, though. I got a new one for you.
But I'm an independent. But I'm an independent. I don't need no man. I got a black man on my arm. Where's yours?
They should have never given my black ass AI and CapCut.
You ain't got no.
Wait a minute.
You should have gave her a blonde wig so that way she's Super Saiyan.
Yeah. Wait a minute. AB, I just realized something. You said she got a 3-bedroom apartment, right?
4. 4-bedroom.
She got a 4-bedroom apartment, which means the other 3 are spared are for the 3 bears.
No, 4-bedroom house, which is a mortgage. Mm-hmm. She said house, not apartment.
4-bedroom house.
Jesus.
Unless she's sharing it with some other people, or unless the timeshare or some shit like that. Either that, or she's staying with 3 bears. Too hot, too cold, just right. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, man. Why did you have to say the bear? Why did you have to say that?
I choose the bear. He won't try to hurt me.
Lord, bless this food I'm about to receive. Amen.
Lord, what is in that hair? Oh my God.
I choose the bear. He will never hurt me.
A few moments later.
Hey, come get her. She did something to my baby daddy.
What?
I choose the bear. He will never hurt me.
All I can say is, guilty.
Okay, I got about 20 to 30 watching. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the Cash App, support the show. Hit the Super Chat, support the show. Hit the Cash App. I ain't got no Cash Apps yet. Hit the Cash App, support the show.
Sound effect tax in effect for the next 10 minutes.
I got one Super Chat from a hater, but we'll leave that alone.
Hey, look, a Super Chat is a Super Chat in this day and age.
Yeah, he MOT tried to come up while he's starting like we are not talking politics right now, man. I put him back down. We're gonna finish this game, daggone it. We're not gonna talk politics right now. All you're gonna do is
when did he pop in?
When you were covering the game.
What?
Yes. Yeah. He pulled up when he coming to the game. I'm like, man, we're not talking politics right now. We're gonna cover this game.
Oh, he sure did. I'm looking at the time. He sure did. I'm doing a basketball game and he pops in. No, wait a minute. I have a button for that somewhere. MOT, I have a question for you. And thank you, BGS, for giving me this sound.
How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up?
I like because all he gonna do is come up here and cry. You live in Indiana. You live in a red state. Red state. Where? Dr. T does movies. Where?
I live in.
That's all he's been crying about the last few weeks. Dr. T does movie reviews where?
So we live in a red state. So the fuck what? MOT, listen to me carefully, okay? You want to bark and bitch and whine and moan about my brother AB Media living in a red state. I live in a red state with a white woman on my arm on a daily basis.
Oh, by the way, we haven't even talked about how people are leaving your blue state because they're too expensive. Oops, did I say that out loud?
People leaving blue states and they're screaming at the top of their lungs.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Now, I know y'all love to say that blue states fund red states, but sooner or later, I mean, because California losing people by the thousands. And in fact, they said by 2032, California probably going to lose their electoral votes because they lost so many people. Oops. Oh, by the way, in California's governor race, you might get a Republican. A Republican made the runoff. Oops.
Uh-oh.
Not so much for LA, but let's get back to this video.
Toys, group chats, and the ability to leave them if they so desire. And most of them will nod along. But when he goes on a dating app and the women that he wants do not want him back, suddenly feminism stops being an abstract political movement and becomes a personal injury. Yeah, all that
I'm sorry, I didn't know I was using dating apps.
Here's your sign.
Maybe it's because I was raised by the old school.
Same.
I think I was raised by the old school because I don't necessarily believe in dating apps or going off going off your Instagram pictures.
Whoops.
I particularly don't believe in going off your Instagram pictures because I was well trained in Photoshop long before Instagram came out. So I can care less about your filters. I want to see what you look like in person. Oops.
Feminism,
by
that's
the way,
okay
Teresa,
for women.
One more note for you.
Damn, that hairline's fucked up. But anyway, go ahead.
And one more note for you, Teresa. My beautiful wife, GawD, and I call her that on a daily basis. Since we got together 8 years ago, she's only worn makeup once. Let me say that again, Teresa. In the 8 years that GawD and I have been together, she's only worn makeup once.
Wow.
Know what that day was? June 25th, 2019.
Your wedding day.
My wedding day. And the greatest part about that?
What?
GawD doesn't have to wear makeup.
Yeah, we've heard enough from this bird brain.
I was tagged in this video a few days ago. Take a look.
I don't have any research funding to do.
We've heard enough from the bird brain. I got a fun little video. You mentioned voting for the couch.
Yes, I did.
Well, I actually, believe it or not, I actually made a little song about that.
Oh, bring it on.
I'm tired of voting blue. I keep seeing the same old crew. Try voting for a demon too. No matter who, it still feels through. I read the promises, then the spin. Same fake grin, same closed fist. They don't fight for us, I know. They don't look out for us, no. So I sit back, let the screen glow. Watch them pose like they run the show. But my trust got a broken seam. So I lean where the couch sits clean. I'd rather stay home tonight than hand my soul to that lie. Every time they say just choose, feels like I lose if I move. I'd rather vote for the cow. The cow, the couch is better than bowing down to that demon blue. They don't fight for us, they don't look out for us. I'd rather vote for the cow, the cow, the cow. Yeah, I tried being hopeful once, put my faith in the tailored front. Then the talk got slick, the smiles got thin, and the same old game rolled back again. Now the mail stack sits on the table, names and signs and empty labels. I don't want the leash, don't want the lie, don't want another trust me line. If the choice is fake or fake, why should I show up just to break? Call me stubborn, call me rude, but I won't sell my truth for blue. Rather stay home tonight than hand my soul to that lie. Every time they say just choose, feels like I lose if I move. I'd rather vote for the cow. The cow, the couch is better than bowing down to that demon blue. They don't fight for us, they don't look out for us. I'd rather vote for the cow. The cow, the cow. Maybe that ain't noble, maybe that ain't clean, but I won't clap for a circus built on promises obscene. If they want my vote, they need more than a name. Cause I learned the hard way, some roofs still leak the same. I'd rather vote for the cow. The cow, the couch is better than bowing down to that demon blue. They don't fight for us, they don't look out for us. I'd rather vote for the cow, the cow, the cow.
There you go.
Bravo. Can you send that to me, please? I need that.
Hold on.
I need that in my life. I need that in my life.
Yeah, it's on my playlist because I'll be listening to that because I was like, man, I need that myself. But yeah, I typed out the verses in a free music AI app I'm using, and I was feeling the beat. I was like, shoot, I just need to make a music video out of this. I mean, damn. All right, Facebook was kind of slow. They're kind of sluggish today.
It's been sluggish the last few days.
But we're gonna while I'm doing that, we're gonna go to Dr. Tia-San Johnson. He had a good one today.
A part of the Manosphere, by the way, Teresa.
Just to be clear, the following has absolutely nothing to do with my show today, but I just had to point it out. This mess here, I said it before and I'm going to keep saying it. It's a damn epidemic. It is. I was just getting ready to record, and literally 30 seconds before I hit the record button, this pops up in my stream on Facebook, right? So, student confronts teacher who sexually assaulted him, then she's sentenced to 40 years. Language arts teacher in Georgia was sentenced to prison for sexually assaulting a teen who had been abused by another teacher at the same school. All right.
Wow.
So it says Thursday, June 11th, Bonnie Brown, 27, of Georgia, was convicted of improper sexual contact by an educator, sentenced to 40 years with 15 years to be served in prison. Teenage victim spoke out at her sentencing, detailing how the sexual assaults have hurt him. Right. But if I understand it properly, the other woman was 61 years old. Trying to see, I'm not really trying to read through this whole thing, but like I said, it popped up. I had to say it, had to point it out. Okay, here it is. So Brown's conviction and sentencing comes just weeks after another teacher at the same school, Sherry Malden, 66, pleaded guilty to having sex with the same student multiple times over the course of several months. In May, she was sentenced to 25 years with 12 years to be served in prison. Lawyers for the two former teachers did not respond to People's request for comment. This is People magazine.
I bet not.
As you could tell, or people online. I don't know what the hell they call it. People.com. And this is dated June 12th, 2026. It's a damn epidemic. Straight up. Sorry about that. But, this is getting weird. It's happening so much. And then I always get the crew that says, oh, it's just white women. I'm like, no, there's just more of them. But I get the same reports on black women. So before we start that, black women are too good for that. Please stall me out on all of that.
I remember a few months ago, this black principal got arrested because she made a student give her a foot massage.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy.
This shit is happening. Women are in positions of power and they're exploiting it. So it's the very same.
Like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show, hit the Super Chat, and support the show.
Thing feminists critique about men in positions of power, but they're no different. They're no different. They exploit those who are more vulnerable to them. If you actually look at the rates of parents who delete their own children, it tends to be the most vulnerable that get deleted. And the majority of them are boys, statistically speaking. And of course, the majority of those who are doing the deleting tend to be female. So miss me with all of this, man. Sorry, had to go there, But anyway, welcome back to the Onyx Report, Black Masculinist News for the day. Like, share, subscribe, join, donate, hit the hype, support the show, so we can continue to bring you this independent black male thought. My apologies for yesterday. I actually did record a show. It was pretty late into the night when I finished, just to find out that YouTube had some copyright issues with it. So I had to post it on Patreon. So my Patreon members got to check it out. But my apologies to my subscribers here on YouTube. It was too late to do another show. So there you go, right? That's what we're dealing with. But also, I've been all over the place because summer school for me ends Sunday. So I'm working on it. I'm hoping to get my full capacity for attention and imagination back as soon as I'm done grading this class. I've been teaching nonstop. So I think I taught.
Yeah, being a teacher ain't easy.
I normally teach 4 classes in the fall, 4 classes in the spring. This past spring and summer, I taught 6 classes, and it's been nonstop from January until tomorrow. So I will be happy when I can finally take a break. Anyway, all that said, today we're going to talk a little bit about something that I believe I heard from my good brother Passport OG. Make sure y'all support the Passport OG channel. And if I'm not mistaken, sometimes so many of the things I've been consuming are blurring together. So my apologies to him if this didn't come from him. But on his channel, I think he was reviewing a woman who was making a statement. And at one point, they made a statement about the manosphere, the manosphere in general. Most people don't differentiate between the white manosphere and the black manosphere. And I think they're actually very different.
Yes, they are.
They are similar, at least in that they are a cacophony of voices and ideologies. There is no complete uniformity to everything. You got brothers all over the spectrum in every way possible, but we're always kind of summarized by some clip from Andrew Tate in some fashion. It makes no sense. There's too many brothers here that could be quoted for us to all be distilled down to Myron or Andrew or whatever. Anyway, so that said, but one of the things she talked about for a brief moment was this question of the manosphere being an overcorrection, an overcorrection on what has been missing in the national conversation on black men, or on men, excuse me. And I thought that was an interesting take. Right? I think overcorrection is a little too on the nose, because I think, there's so many voices, there's so many parts of the conversation, so many ideas being thrown back and forth, that overcorrection sounds like there's uniformity enough to say that this thing is happening too much and there's too many doing. I think it's more than that. I think what's going on in the black manosphere especially is that, we're defining what it is. We're defining where black men are. It is a conversation, sometimes a debate, sometimes a passionate debate, but it's going back and forth. And I want you to be very careful about anybody who tries to tell you what the black manosphere is in a sentence, in the sense that they're saying that this is all they stand for, this is what they're about. Bam. Because as soon as somebody does that, the natural reaction is to define yourself against it. And if you don't agree, then, you kind of push yourself out of the conversation. It is not one thing. And it is definitely not one thing as defined by the mainstream. If anybody's going to...
At this one, I can say with a straight face, okay, I'm part of the manosphere. Now, what are my viewpoints? And, if they can't, they say something I'm not doing, like, okay, prove it. All I have to do is say, okay, I got over 800 videos, prove it.
Define it. It has to be defined by the black men.
I better head on to bed.
Conversation.
All right,
so let's not get bullied.
See you guys a little later. I'm exhausted from doing 2 games today.
Random, woman's take on what they think.
Good night, Snowman.
Even if they
sleep well.
Good night.
Have a good night, Snowman.
The whole question of overcorrecting caught my attention. It really made me think. And I started, of course, thinking about all the murders that I've been seeing recently in the news. And of course, all the arguments about race that go hand in hand with them. And one of the biggest arguments that pop out when people talk about race is that it's black men who kill black men to the highest degree. And while this information isn't entirely incorrect, it's missing some context. So shout out to Marcus. I found this, he posted this on Facebook, so I decided to share it here. This chart says murder by race to race. I also posted this on my Patreon for those who would like to check it out there. The data shows most murders are within the same race. Percentage of homicide victims deleted by offenders of the same race, ethnicity from 2020 to 2023. And you can see right on the top, when it comes to whites, 84% are killed by other whites. 12% black, 3% Hispanic, 1% other. See? As far as black folk are concerned, 88% black, 7% white, 4% Hispanic, 1% other. And you can see Hispanic and Asian beneath that. So the bottom line, across every major racial and ethnic group, the overwhelming majority of homicide victims are killed by offenders of the same race.
Yes.
Murder is largely a proximity issue, not a race issue. So that said, the numbers are, pretty consistent over the years. They have been going up a bit, especially for the white community. But
let's take a quick break from Dr. T. There's a video I want to get through. Hold on, wait a minute. Where's that? There it is. Okay. There's a video I want to get to, folks. Where's it at? Oh, here it is.
Yeah, no, why is ASAP?
Now, this video, how can I say this? I'm going to introduce a new term to the manosphere, and it's simply called son baby daddy. What do I mean by son baby daddy? Well, hold on, wait a minute. Let me first of all, before I play it, let me put my link in here. By the way, like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show, hit the Super Chat, support the show. When I say son baby daddy, I'm basically talking about ASAP Rocky.
Rocky running around wearing your thong. So ASAP Rocky was seen in his concert bouncing up and down to the music, and baby, he had on a thong, a G-string, something like that. Now, at first they thought it was a microphone cord until they saw him bent over and saw the full moon. Baby, he had on a thong. Now, I know he's always repping Savage 50 to promote Rihanna's brand, but baby, you ain't got to wear the. Of course, Lil Boosie had something to come out and say. It was basically like he feels sorry for the little boys in this world, that the world's coming to an end and rappers is now wearing thongs. Like, what the And I mean, he was not trying to hide it, but these celebrities be into some weird He was looking real pretty on stage, like he was finna shake something. The way he was bouncing around in that.
All right. I thought you was doing the stream today, bro.
No, man. I'm in Houston at a class reunion, so I can't do it. But your video is a YouTube feature video. I just wanted to let you know that before I get up on it.
What?
Your video right now is a YouTube feature video on the front page.
Okay.
No, I'll just let you know that, man. All right, man. Well, have a nice one, man. I'll just let you know that.
It's a feature video. Okay.
Yes, yours. your video right now. Your last one.
Oh.
All right, cool, man. All right, you have a nice one.
All right. Okay.
Something's up.
Huh?
Something's up. Something is up. What he said, I don't like that. He's like, you're a featured video.
Like, okay, yeah, okay, and let's keep going.
Baby, I really thought he was
very suspicious.
Somebody got to explain this. This cannot be the new trend. This cannot be the new trend. They already wearing color in their hair. They wearing jeggings and jeans and leggings and purses and man bags and chains and rings, and it's just too much. It's just too. Can we have any?
So evidently he was wearing a thong. I'm sorry, I can't get that picture of ASAP Rocky in that Vogue magazine where he looked like Rihanna's son, man. I can't get that picture out of my head to save my life. But anyway.
Anything? Can we have anything? ASAP Rocky, give her thong back.
Boondocks definitely predicted this once again. Gangstalicious is on the loose. He's out here on tour. And see, this is why I was never on the Rihanna ASAP bandwagon. Rihanna really played herself big time even fooling with this guy. But she done sat up here and had 3 babies with him. And now she's forever tied to this guy. She allowed herself.
See what I mean? That picture right there. That looked like her
simp.
That looked like her son. When I first saw that picture, the first thing that came to my mind, wait a minute, is that her son? Wait, is that her son holding the baby?
Looks ridiculous. I mean, it looks ridiculous. And by the way, I don't have to defend guys rocking a G-string. I mean, this woman would not be saying shit about guys rocking a G-string if he was an exotic dancer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what the fuck's your problem? This dude rocking a G-string, maybe because Rihanna likes it when he's rocking a G-string. That's their business. And he's on his balcony. What are you doing, checking his ass out like that?
To become
Mind your damn business, heifer.
Mama. He's out here at the fashion shows, showing up with these big old grandma purses. I told you before, she thought his obsession with them white girls was a problem. Nah. I already said Rihanna had a much bigger problem on her hands than being insecure over him flirting with white women at every fashion function. And this right here is the more I was talking about. Just embarrassing. And the way he put 3 babies on her already, and he's always hinting at trying to get her pregnant.
I guess he showed us thong or something, man. That's why I call him the son baby mama. But anyway, let's go back to Dr. T.
Please.
The overwhelming majority of homicide victims are killed by offenders of the same race. Murder is largely a proximity issue, not a race issue. So that said, the numbers are, pretty consistent over the years. They have been going up a bit, especially for the white community, but it is what it is. So I just wanted to put some context to this whole question of black men, and the rates of homicide that go on in the black community. They are high. They are. There's no way around that. But a lot of these issues are environmental, and that needs to be taken into account. We don't have time to delve into that today fully because that's not the subject of the show, but it is context because there's a lot that's been going on, right? And there have been different types of deletions that need, different types of focus. And as the manosphere, the Black Manosphere begins to define itself or continues to define itself, we need to decide what to pay attention to.
Yeah.
So you have, homicides like this. Stevenson King Jr. fatally shot 3 times by a Boston police officer during an encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got Daquan Johnson shot 4 times in the back while pinned by canine and officers. Family and community say the video showing execution, not justified force. Right? So you have very particular types of deletions that are going on. And the reality, as far as many black men find, is that when it comes to law enforcement, we tend to be extremely vulnerable, not only in terms of being incarcerated on false charges, on problematic charges, questionable charges, but also in terms of police homicide. We tend to have the highest numbers when it comes to that kind of thing. So there are a couple. And then you have this recent issue with Rick Chow, right? Now, I'm not particularly a fan of the Breakfast Club, but I did decide to use this summation, just for the sake of, documenting the occurrence, because years later, we may not remember some of these details. So I'm going to let Charlamagne kind of summarize the issue here with the Rick Chow situation. Here we go.
Donkey today for Tuesday, June 2nd goes to Rick Chow. He is a 61-year-old convenience store owner in Columbia, South Carolina. And yesterday he was found not guilty of the 2023 shooting of a 14-year-old named Cyrus Belton. Sending healing energy to the family of Cyrus Belton, RIP to that young brother. 14 years old, shot and killed by Rick Chow. The prosecution and defense, of course, had different stories. Prosecutors said Chow acted in anger because he wrongly thought the teen had stolen 4 bottles of water from the store. A defense lawyer said Chow fired to defend his only son after the teen pointed a gun at him. The 14-year-old had a loaded firearm. In South Carolina, I believe you have to be 21 to purchase a handgun. If you're 18 to 20, state law says you can legally acquire and possess handguns through private sales or as a gift from your immediate family. I also know that the jury found Rick Chow not guilty. And in America, that's how the legal system works. Well, Donkey of the Day isn't a legal award. Okay, it's a common sense award. And common sense tells me, okay, Charlamagne the God, the Nog McKelvey, that if you're chasing a 14-year-old child, okay, a prosecutor said Chow chased the teen more than 130 yards from the store. I don't see how that's self-defense. Okay, how are you protecting your son if you're the one in pursuit? Okay, according to prosecutor Cyrus, never stole the water, put the bottles back, ran from the store, and was eventually shot in the back after a chase. You just heard the news report. Defense argued that Chow was protecting his son because the teen had a gun and pointed it at him. Hey, if that happened and you would have pulled your gun out and defended your son in that scenario, then I would completely understand. But here's the thing. I don't see no proof that happened. Okay, and if that young man did that and ran away, why would you run after him? Okay, see, that's the problem. Too many people want to play police officer, judge, jury, and in this case, execution. Okay, if you think someone shoplifted, call the cops. Okay, if you say this young man pulled a gun on you and threatened the life of your son but then ran away, call the cops. Okay, every situation does not require escalation. And this was clearly one of those situations. Okay, why turn a minor dispute into a permanent consequence? Nobody should lose their life over something that could have been handled with a phone call to 911. All right, being angry doesn't give you the right to be deputized. Okay, you are not the law, Rick Chow. All right, hell, it wouldn't be justified if they did it either. All right, just because you think somebody did something wrong doesn't give you the authority to chase them down and kill them. Okay, and now multiple witnesses testified that they didn't see anything in Cyrus Belton's hands and didn't see him point a gun as he ran from the store. Prosecutors acknowledged the young man, Cyrus Belton, had a semi-automatic pistol, but they say it fell on the ground during the chase and he never threatened anyone with it. I know people are going to keep talking about the fact this young man had a pistol, but he got chased down and shot in the back. Okay, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I know why legally this man, Rick Chow, got off, because to me, honestly, all I see is a young black man getting shot and killed over a situation that shouldn't have escalated to this. Okay, sometimes the best thing you can do is let law enforcement handle it after the fact. Now, I'm a South Carolina native, born and raised. That is home, but New Jersey is my home too. And in New Jersey, okay, me and Envy discussed this a lot for some reason. I don't know why we discussed this a lot over our lives since we've known each other, but you generally cannot use deadly force like shooting a gun against someone who is fleeing, retreating, or running away. Okay, the law requires that you only use deadly force if you reasonably believe it is immediately necessary to prevent death or serious bodily harm. If an attacker is retreating, the imminent threat is past, making the use of deadly force unjustifiable. That's New Jersey. Okay, and under New Jersey's castle doctrine, you do not have a duty to retreat if you are inside your home, provided you did not initiate the conflict. However, you still cannot use deadly force against an intruder, burglar, whatever it is, if they are turning to flee or clearly retreating. That's the debate me and you've had over the years. Yes. I'll be like, pop that, okay? Pop that person, whoever it is, but you legally can't do that.
If he's running, you can. If he's leaving, you can. If he's back towards you, you can.
Hey, listen, that sounds perfectly rational to me. Okay, I don't know legally. Okay, sounds legally. That sounds perfectly legal. No, it sounds rational too. If somebody's running away from you, if they're retreating, okay, but I get it.
You come in somebody's house.
I get it.
You know they there. What are you coming there for? Knowing I'm there. Like,
I get it. I get it. The house is different though. I just don't know how you justify chasing someone down and shooting them in the back. If this young man had shot your son and you were so full of rage you went after him, I can understand, but I can't wrap my mind around this one. Okay, if somebody can run away from you, then they aren't an immediate threat to you. Okay, let them go. Water bottles can be replaced. Human lives cannot.
Donkey Today is sponsored by renowned personal injury attorney Michael the Bull Lamsoff.
All right, my apologies for letting it play a little longer, but yeah, I just wanted to get that out the way instead of summating it myself, just using someone else and allowing them to do it. But this is not because I'm particularly a fan. I just found it useful. So there that is. But I want to be clear. I also had to find out that along with the fact that you apparently, I think it was talking about New Jersey. I'm not sure what it is in California as far as somebody turning their back, even if they've broken into your house. But I did find out you can't use a sword on them. So I had to adapt my home defense plan because I literally have about 30 of them in my house. And, sometimes you actually want to use them. But apparently you can't do that. So I've had to...
Yeah, he's a sword collector.
...develop other means. That said, the reason I play that is because the Rick Chow incident is pretty important. And it speaks to a variety of different types of homicides that black men experience. And we're going to cover another few in a moment. But why am I talking about this? Well, part of the reason I'm talking about this is because we experience a variety of different types of assault. And going along with Sedanius's work, Curry's work, my own research, black men find themselves to be the most vulnerable as well as the most feared demographic in America. You could just be standing there. And many of you know this from personal experience, whether it's in an elevator or just walking down the street. People can fear you simply because. And you don't necessarily have to be big. You don't even have to be imposing in order for others to fear you.
Yeah, that's true.
This is something black men experience, and this becomes a rationale. So we have at least a couple of different categories of deletion we got to talk about. Homicide, right? We have to talk about black men and other black men. We have to talk about racially motivated homicides, right? Whether it's police homicide coming from white police or coming from other groups of color, as they say. Wherever they may be, Latino, Asian, whatever it may be, we got to be able to have those kind of conversations. And I'm saying not just in general, but even within the Black Manosphere. The Black Manosphere, we have talked a lot, and rightly so. And we're going to continue to talk about the Black gynocracy. We're going to talk about the rise of feminization. But I want to be clear. I don't talk about those issues over other issues because they are inherently more important. I talk about them here on this channel because not enough people talk about them in other spaces, including the mainstream. Right? Yes. The conversation about what men experience, and most particularly what black men experience, even within the community, and especially in regard to black women, is not discussed enough. But I want to be clear. I don't focus on those issues because other issues aren't important. That is not at all what I'm saying. We do need to talk about black men who kill other black men. We do need to talk about other racial groups that kill black men. But yes, we also have to talk about when the gynocracy kills black men, because there's not enough of that conversation. And there are other things that go along with it. We're going to cover a few cases, but I want to clarify why I do that, because I think some people get it misconstrued and they think that, this is all about, hating on women, and it's not. It's because there's so little discourse about the deletion of Black men by Black women, and sometimes the extent to which it's rooted in the same white supremacy that we talk about from other groups. It needs to be put into context, right? So this person here, for example, right? This is Briasha Stroud, probably mispronounced that, 30-year-old mother from suburban Cincinnati, pleaded guilty to attempted murder on Tuesday, June 9, 2026, for shooting her own 12-year-old son at point-blank range. Stroud shot her son in the back of the head while sitting in a car parked inside a garage in Deer Park, Ohio. She then shot herself in the chest and overdosed on drugs. Stroud's boyfriend discovered them and contacted emergency services, reporting to dispatchers that she had shot her son and was foaming at the mouth. The boy survived the shooting but suffered catastrophic, life-altering injuries. Assistant prosecutors noted that the Hamilton County...
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
Court hearing that he will never lead a normal life. Okay, so assistant prosecutors noted during the Hamilton County court hearing that he will never live a normal life. Stroud remains in custody at the Hamilton County Justice Center. Her sentence hearing is scheduled for July 23rd, 2026, where she faces the possibility of spending decades behind bars. Now, we know earlier this year when we saw a similar kind of situation take place, it became a reflection on all Black men, and Black men had to bear the brunt of it. Black men had to be punished and yelled at because, this is somehow a reflection of how all Black men see Black women. See, all these kind of conversations took place whenever we see a man commit a similar act. Now, as far as this is concerned, I haven't heard anybody talking about this in any significant way since it took place. Y'all let me know. Have you? Because I haven't.
No, I haven't. Have you, Namer? Never might be doing something.
Nope.
And I found it interesting, the extent to which nobody has said anything. As a matter of fact, on one section of Facebook, I had to write this down in the comment section, because y'all know how this goes. When a woman does something online in social media, women tend to, in large numbers, come into a comment space and start to justify what she did. And just like that, this happened again. One quote read, "She needed help," with 2 exclamation points. All these MFs on here judging from their couches. She tried to kill him and herself. I ain't saying that makes it right, but it shows you where her mind was at. Sad story. God bless her son. He didn't deserve it. I hope they both find peace. She is such a sweet person. Now, I find that interesting because when Black men tried to explain earlier this year that some of the deletions that had taken place where men had killed their wives, themselves, and sometimes their kids, that this wasn't a reflection of Black men as a whole. And it was a reflection of an individual or two who had a psychological break. But a lot of that was dismissed in the fury and the emotionality of the moment. But as soon as it's a woman that commits a similar crime, notice the response, right? The quick defense. So on one level, we're talking about this woman's willingness to kill her own child. They call this maternal filicide, right? She's willing to kill her own son. And the first reaction, or one of the major reactions I saw pretty consistently, was some form of defense from other women, right?
Yep.
So,
sounds about right.
By the way, pointing out that somebody had a psychological break is not a defense. It's just an observation. But when you go further to suggest that nobody should be critiquing her, she just needed help, leave her alone, that's a little different. That's a little different. But let's look at another case. We got a few here. Here's another, right? Sheriff's deputy fired, arrested after allegedly stabbing her boyfriend. Former East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office Deputy Faith Placid, or I don't know how to pronounce her last name, so I'm just going to go with Placid, or Placide, 27, was fired and arrested on June 8th, 2026, after allegedly stabbing her boyfriend during a domestic abuse.
Good Lord.
Dispute, excuse me. The couple reportedly argued over childcare and a refusal to have sex, which escalated into physical violence. The victim stated Placide was intoxicated, threatened him with scissors, struck him with a leather belt, and attacked him while she was holding their 2-month-old son. As the boyfriend tried to leave the apartment with the infant, Placide allegedly grabbed a kitchen knife and stabbed him in the upper left arm. The victim fled to the parking lot to call emergency services. Bleeding profusely, Placide left the scene with the baby before emergency responders arrived, but she later returned after investigators contacted her. The boyfriend was hospitalized and required 6 stitches. The infant was unharmed. Investigators recovered a bloody white-handled kitchen knife from Placide's vehicle alongside a belt and scissors inside the residence. Placide was booked into the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison on charges of domestic abuse, battery with child endangerment, and aggravated second-degree battery. Right? These are the kind of things that are going on. And we're talking about them because I believe these things need to be talked about together from the vantage point of what Black men experience. And as Black men begin to define how we want to respond to these things,
yes,
it's important that we have these conversations.
Yes.
Because a lot of this is left out of the news, and we allow far too often the news and or women on social media to determine how much an issue, how important an issue is based on.
Yes. And this is one of the reasons I made the title of the screen. The Black Manosphere is here for a reason.
On either their emotionality or what violates their sensibilities in the mainstream. But Black men have to begin to define for themselves what issues are important and
Yes.
what issues are less important. And the other thing we're going to actually have to define as well is how we want to respond to these things. See, I'm of the mind that just because Black men don't protest in the streets with signs does not mean that Black men haven't been active. We've just allowed women in the Black community to define activism. And if you're not operating the way they do, holding signs, yelling and screaming in the streets, then whatever you're doing is not activism. But I propose whenever Black men serve as coaches or surrogate fathers or, engage, all of those kinds of acts are varying forms of activism.
Yes.
Some may not like the word because, again, we've given the whole concept of it to women on the left, Black women on the left. But I argue that it doesn't belong to them. Black men have been engaged in activism for really centuries. They don't control that. Nobody owns that. Black men have had a long legacy of activism, whether it took the form of protest, whether it took the form of getting a law degree and fighting in the courts, whether it took the form of being a street activist, whether it took the form of being a pastor and deciding to apply your skill set to organizing and mobilizing the people. Whether I don't care if you became a coach, I don't care if you became a professor or a K through 12 teacher, or you just decided to mentor somebody while helping them through their certification in a given trade, while also giving them the game on life and racism and how it may even function in your given trade. See, I consider all of that activism. And I believe Black men have been doing that for the longest without any credit. And nobody wants to acknowledge that. But we have to begin to acknowledge that and define for ourselves what we consider activism to be. Because we are going to have to have some of these conversations, and we're going to have to politicize them. We're going to have to put them into motion. But we first have to, get some common ground. We may not have to agree on everything, but we do have to have some critical conversations, especially as it relates to which forms of homicide we're going to pay attention to, or which forms of intimate partner violence we're going to pay attention to.
Right.
Because if we let the news define it, we don't make the news. If we let women define it, then we're monsters and they're permanent victims.
Yes.
We have to define it for ourselves.
Yes.
Let's look at the last situation. Here we go. Texas woman shot ex-husband 18 times after luring him out with fake pizza delivery. This is dated June 11, 2026. You can find this on NY Post.
That's
crazy. Wait a second. That is insane. That is way insane. And she must have hated him that much to set him up for that.
And you can see the woman right there. There we go. All right. Let's see here. Texas woman allegedly shot her ex-husband 18 times after luring him outside with a fake pizza delivery, according to authorities. Marquita Marie Rice, 31, allegedly opened fire on her former spouse outside his Dallas home before driving off, Dallas police said. Miraculously, her ex-husband, who hasn't been identified, survived his injuries after being rushed to a hospital in critical condition following the shooting at around 4 p.m. local time on March 1st. Right? Dramatic security video purportedly shows Rice dressed in black waiting behind a wall near the garage for her ex to come out of his house after a pizza delivery was made to the residence. Once her ex-husband opened the door, Rice allegedly shot him several times before running away, then returning to fire more shots. God damn it. The victim had not ordered the pizza to his house.
Damn.
Leading detectives to believe it was a premeditated shooting, according to police. Right? Rice was arrested on May 26th in Wake County, North Carolina, more than 1,000 miles away from the scene of the shooting, although police didn't document the arrest until June 10th. Dallas cops tracked her down through the taillights on her Chevy Trax, which she used to flee the scene.
Like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show. Hit the Super Chat, support the show.
Taillights make a big difference for my case, says Detective Michael Bowie, describing how Rice allegedly tried to cover her tracks in the weeks following the shooting. She drove all the way from Georgia to Dallas and back, and from Savannah, from Raleigh to Georgia to Dallas. Rice was detained in the town of Wake Forest. Shout out to Dr. Ron Neal, just north of Raleigh, North Carolina, by local cops and the U.S. Marshal Service, according to Dallas police. She made her first court appearance in Wake County for the following day, May 27th, where she refused extradition to Texas. Rice was held on a $1 million bond and is scheduled to appear in court again on June 25th. Yeah. So what am I saying? I'm saying as Black men, we have to be not only critical, but we have to be integrative, meaning we have to bring together all the forms of harm that tend to find us, whether we're grown men, whether we're little boys, whether we're elders, and we have to bring them all to the table. And we have to assess how much importance to give them, but not allow the mainstream to determine that for us. But it is important that we define things as we experience them. This is what I mean when I say the Black Manosphere is finding its level, right? I don't believe it's just a chaotic space. I don't believe it's just a space for conservative Black men.
Right.
I believe what you have going on in the Black Manosphere is at least two things. You have experimentation, right? And then you have what I would consider deliberation. In other words, in one vein, you have Black men experimenting to find a better quality of life. This is where Passport Bros came out of. This is where, Ibmore came out of. This is where monkhood came out of. Black men experimenting with different ideas in terms of living their own quality of life and sharing the results of those experiments, right? That's what I believe part of it was, because you had Black men all over the world, and this took several years online for these discussions to take place for Black men to realize we are having similar experiences in far too many places. And because of that, we need new solutions, because the solutions we're being prescribed by the larger society are not working for us. The solutions that Black women want to give us are not working for us.
Shut up,
don't say anything when they do something wrong. Criticize other Black men when we do something Black women like. Attack each other on their behalf. Shut up and follow. Fall on your swords. Marry stepmother. Single mothers. And I'm not saying you shouldn't. It's your choice to. But they would tell us that as a directive, and I grew up hearing it like it was a call to, I don't know what you'd call it, call to arms, like it was just a duty that Black men had to do. I grew up in that kind of chaos. And so I am very much supportive of this time period where Black men are having these conversations among themselves. So the experimentation is one part, right? But the ongoing dialogue is the other part. And here's the reason why I'm so fascinated with the Black Manosphere. I have never in my lifetime seen a space where Black men have come together with so many different contexts, across class, across geography, across culture and acculturation, social training, education, from business owners to corporate raiders to academics. I mean, it's just been amazing to me. I've never seen a cross-section of Black men this diverse. And it didn't take long for it to breach the boundaries of the United States to where you had brothers, joining the conversation from South Africa, from Australia, from China, from the UK to Canada. I've never seen such a wide section. No, now in the larger manosphere, I've seen all kinds of groups of men coming together, but I'm particularly interested in the Black Manosphere and the potential it has for Black men to set direction, even across national boundaries, right? To actually strategize and plan their own direction. I've never seen anything with that much potential as far as Black men are concerned. So this is one of the reasons I'm fascinated by it. And this is why I refuse to let it be watered down to, just one idea or one ideology. It's not that.
Right.
There are positions that that I would say more of a majority agree upon when it comes to certain positions, like, identifying monkhood and passport bros as options as opposed to just getting married.
Yeah.
Right? I believe there are positions that Black men are agreeing upon more often than not, but I don't believe there's one particular set of rules. And I'm not saying there shouldn't be. I just don't think that's happened. I think the space is far more diverse than it's ever been given credit for. Right? And so as the Black Manosphere is trying to define itself, do not let these people in the mainstream tell you that it's just a group of misogynists, or even it's a group of men overcorrecting for the manhood that's been deleted out of their lives.
Right.
There may be an element to that, but they don't get to define what it is, because they haven't experienced whatever that loss of manhood we're talking about in society is. They haven't experienced that. We did. We saw it under attack, and it still is. And they deny it and gaslight us at the same time. So I want Black men to take full agency in this conversation and define what it is they want to talk about, what it is they want to come to in terms of a directive, in terms of an agreement, maybe, as to where we should move more often than not, what direction we should head in more often than not. John Henry Clark said it once in a documentary I still play in my classes. He said, well, he was talking about the entire black world, but he said if everybody in the black world did something, even if it was wrong, it would shake the world. Well, what would happen if a strong percentage of black men agreed on a series of actions, a series of beliefs, a series of agreements that we may have on one issue or another? And one of the and what I'm putting on the table to start or engage that conversation in is when you talk about deletions, when you talk about intimate partner homicide, intimate partner violence, I'm talking about, even when it comes to straight up deletions across context, that we need to have conversation about what we consider important versus what the mainstream wants us to consider important. And I'm saying whether we're deleting each other, whether other racial groups are deleting us, or whether it's women deleting us, we need to take all three seriously.
Yes.
And we need to decide what we want to do about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Interested in hearing where you want to go with it.
But y'all got to just Black Manosphere is there for a reason. It's all turned to decide how people see black men, not everybody else, not the mainstream, not black women, but black men.
Be in control of our narrative.
Yes, to control our narrative and as Charles would say, to be the hero of our narrative.
Be the hero of our story.
Be up to be the hero of our story.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me Namer, you got the floor for a minute.
Yeah. I will say this. There's too much, being said about this, that, and the third from the wrong people. And we have folks who just running their mouths, saying this, that, and the third, and putting out all kinds of foolishness and saying that we are this, we're that, and we have to be in control, and we have to know how to respond. And sometimes the best way to respond is to say nothing. Other times we have to, respond in ways that are to our liking. And some of these groups, when they say certain things, they just want to get a reaction out of us. And we have to understand who they are and what they're about and deal with them accordingly. And I guess that's the frustration a lot of people, I say that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. But shout out to my boys out there who are hearing what I'm saying. And I'm like saying, we got to know how to fight this on multiple fronts, because it's not just brothers who are in this sector of life or that sector of life. It's black men across the board and all around the world who are coming together and realizing we all have the same problems.
Yes.
To various degrees. And depending on where we are in the world, we're dealing with them accordingly. And the passport bros, that's one solution. Some of us have gone monk mode. Some of us have become Idmore. Some of us have become MGTOWs. But we all understand there's a set of problems, set of circumstances that affect us as black men first and foremost. And that's the thing that some people in the manosphere don't want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as Andrew Tate goes, he's like the toxic version of what BGS was talking about. We had that video he put out a few years ago, almost a decade ago, called The Rise of the Alpha Male Mulatto.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, he's biracial.
Yes.
He's passe blonde. And the white man, and most people who follow him are white folks. And he's not manosphere. He's actually just a grifter, just like everybody else. And too many people out here are faking the funk, but they're giving the detractors all the ammo they need to believe that we're all just misogynists and we all just want to put people go back to the 1950s. Let me tell you something. The 1950s was no picnic for black folks.
No,
anywhere in the world. No, nobody. Let me put it this way. In the Caribbean, most of Latin America, they were dealing with all kinds. Afro-Latinos were dealing with all kinds of mess. African Americans, y'all had Jim Crow. Africans, many of them were dealing with colonialism. And let's not forget about Afro, everybody in the Middle East. They were dealing with slavery still.
Yes.
You know, most of them, slavery didn't end until the 60s. That's what people fail to realize. Slavery did not end until like the 1960s for most folks. You know? Slavery did not end until 1960. The last place was Oman. That was 1970. Iran, they ended slavery in 1929, but that didn't mean they liberated their black people. No. They tried to make sure they were swept under the rug. They tried to make their presence as minimal as possible. They wanted to make sure that you know, black people did not exist. Same thing with Turkey when they ended slavery. Black Turks, they were made invisible. Afro-Arabs, for the most part, they've been made invisible. So you have to understand, folks, as black people, we were dealing with black people, no matter where in the world you were dealing with all kinds of crap. And black men in particular, because black men, no matter where in the world you are a threat to the greater society, to any greater society. To any greater society, you are a threat.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Man, it's just it doesn't surprise me one bit. I learned not to get angry about this stuff. I learned not to get upset because I realized that's what they want us. They want us to be raged.
Yes.
How many people? I mean, I'm gonna give you a prime example. If anybody remembers the movie The Five Bloods with Chadwick Boseman and everybody, and there was a scene when, you know, the guys were in Vietnam and the North Vietnamese radio was announcing the assassination of MLK. And the rest of the crew, they got mad about it, and they wanted to take out they were talking about killing one of their own comrades, a white comrade, in response to this, because, you know, they were doing, because people forget there was racism within the ranks in Vietnam.
Yes.
Chadwick Boseman said put a stop to that, because when Isaiah Whitlock and Delroy Lindo were saying, we might as well get one of these crackers. For MLK, we get one of these crackers. He said, no. That's what they want. If you want to start killing, start with me. Because let me tell you something. They don't control our rage. We're in control of our rage. And we use our rage on our terms. So that's what we got to do. We got to control our rage, because we understand it's not just, you know, they're going to put out misinformation right there, and sometimes just to get us enraged, trying to get us flustered psychologically. So we have to fight. We have to understand this fight is on multiple fronts. It's not just social and economic. It's also psychological. It's also emotional. And we have to stand on our squares.
Yes.
And raise consciousness. Unfortunately, there's a lot of us who are emotionally weaker. There's some of us who are not that strong emotionally. We should not lambast them for that. We should help our brothers to understand what it is and protect them. The ones who are stronger, hats off to them. The ones who don't have the fortitude, I understand it's not your fault. So it's better for you guys just to fall back. But remember, the stronger ones are there to hold you down. Because your fight is not psychological. Yours is more on the intellectual side, or maybe on the financial side. Yeah, no, I've been rambling, but you get where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
I pray to God everybody understands what I'm talking about. There's more to this than people think.
Yeah, so, but that's pretty much the show for today. I was hoping somebody would give us live coverage from New York City, but I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna let them get some.
You know
rest.
what they're doing? You know what they're doing right now? They're probably gonna be rioting by tomorrow. Excuse me. everybody in New York is gonna be breaking out and rocking their summer Timbs, and they're gonna be painting the town blue and orange.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because the New York Knicks is more than just a basketball franchise; it is an institution, and because MSG is in Manhattan, it brings everybody from all 5 boroughs together.
Yes,
it unites the whole city, just like all their sports teams. The New York Giants or the Jets, the Mets, the Yankees, the New York Islanders, despite being from Long Island, as well as the Rangers. Nobody gives a fuck about the Brooklyn Mets. The Brooklyn Mets, they need to go back to Jersey.
Oh, the Brooklyn Mets as Snowman.
The Brooklyn Mets, yeah, the Brooklyn Mets. I mean, they have no business in Brooklyn, man. I'm sorry, but the Barclays Center, as nice of a building it is, as nice an arena it is, we all know the only time it's jam-packed is when you have either a UFC or a WWE event going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time. Or a big concert because MSG was packed.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, my final words is AB is this. As usual, remember, folks, y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't never been shit or never will be shit.
Mm-hmm.
And God bless y'all for it. So always stay shit free.
Yes, sir. And I'd like to thank everybody that came through. If you like what you've seen today, hit the Cash App, support the show. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace. Yo, this is AB Media 83. To support the channel, hit the Cash App. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video. Also, be sure to hit that bell notification so you can be notified the next time I upload a live stream, video, or short. And always remember, guard your image, guard your peace, keep it moving. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I just ended the show. Hold on.